Welcome back, and this is John with Fox Sports. Here we have three young men talking about physics for their science class. Take it off, Arav.
Thanks, John, but before I begin, I'd like to restate his first law of motion, and it is every object persists in a state of rest or uniform motion in a straight line unless it is compelled to change that state by forces impressed on it. As we see in this video here, the pitcher has the ball in his hand at rest. When he releases, the force is applied and the ball is not in rest anymore because of the outside force that has acted on it. After it lands in the glove, it's back at rest because another outside force has stopped it, thus repeating the motion. Let's take another look at a clip. This one is a much better clip. As you can see here, the pitcher is holding the ball and the ball is at rest. He applies force with an outside force, chucks it, the glove catches it, and the ball is back at rest. And then this motion is repeated again. The ball goes, he hits it high, it's a pop fly. Everyone is scattered around near home base. Oh, what is this? Here comes the first baseman. He catches the ball, and that's an out. Brew. Now let's take a look at the science of this hit. As you just saw in the previous video, that was a tremendous pop fly and caught by a brew for the out. So let me explain to you the physics of this. So gravity. Gravity is the normal force that is applied back down on Earth. So as the ball was going high into the air, it was losing 10 meters per second of speed each second until it reached the high point, and then it gained 10 meters per second each second coming back down towards Abreu, who made the amazing out. And then as we looked at this trajectory picture here, you can see that the green line is showing how it lost 10 meters per second. It got to the high point and it started gaining 10 meters per second back down, and it was caught by Abreu. Now this next clip here is probably my favorite. He hits a bomb down straight. It looks like it's going to be a home run, but then no, he comes out of nowhere. It's a robbery. He gets the out. It's an amazing hit. I love how he also gives respect towards the amazing catch. Just such a nice moment. Look, can we get like a small little close-up? Look at that catch. Wow, that was beautiful. My God, that man deserves a Grammy Award. Now let me explain the science behind this catch. You're welcome. As we can see here, my boy caught that ball through. Oh my God, that was a great catch. Okay, well, going back. So as you can see, he caught the ball, and some of you are probably like, why didn't it go through his glove? Well, I can tell you why. This is because of normal force. For an example, if you put a book that is 12 newtons on a table, the book is pushing 0 newtons down, but to hold that book up, instead of making it fall through the table is pushing 12 newtons up on the book. This is the same thing here. For example, the ball is 30 newtons coming into the glove, but when it's in the glove, it's 0 newtons, while the glove is pushing 30 newtons back up to hold the ball, so it doesn't go right through it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Arav, for that great explanation on gravity, normal force, inertia, aka Newton's first law, and free fall. Now we will hand over the mic to Sam Fernandez, who will explain to us speed and velocity, acceleration, force, mass, and acceleration, aka Newton's second law. Take it off, Sam Fernandez.
Thank you, John.
Now we're switching to Newton's second law that states the acceleration of the body is directly proportional to the net force acting on the body and inversely proportional to the mass of the body. The big guy stealing bases is a perfect example of Newton's second law due to the higher mass and force applied to set the person in motion. The second clip shows when someone takes off running, their acceleration increases. This can be shown in the clip versus the freeze in a race, with negative acceleration also being shown by the guy falling on his face. In the third video, this whole run in the video is pictured with the pitcher throwing a 95-mile-per-hour fastball at the batter, to which the batter responds by hitting a ball, creating an exit velocity of around 112 miles per hour, thus getting a home run.
Thanks, Sam, for that wonderful explanation. Now, we hand the mic over to Carter Thompson, who is going to be talking about Newton's third law of motion, force pairs, distance and displacement, and again, more forces, applied force, and friction. Thank you very much. Carter, it's your turn, young man.
Newton's third law of motion states that for every action in nature, there's an equal and opposite reaction. When the batter begins to swing the bat and makes contact with the ball, there's an equal and opposite reaction, making the ball change direction and speed. But since the bat weighs more than the ball, more force is applied to the ball than the bat. When a batter makes contact with the ball or hits a home run, the ball travels in an arc, which is its displacement. Distance is the ball's direct path, like going in a straight line. Friction is a force that is applied to an object in the opposite direction that it is moving, like when a player is sliding into a base. Friction is what makes the player slow down and stop moving. If there was no friction, the player would slide past the base.
Thank you, Carter, for this great explanation. Well, that's all the time we have, folks. We'll hope to see you again another time when, again, these three amazing young men pour their hearts out in the game of baseball. So inspirational. Well, then again, folks, I hope you loved the video, and I hope you learned amazing facts about physics and baseball, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.
We are